Hello, DJ Waldow here, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review. Today we will be reviewing an email from 3Rivers Archery, and you can see the email here as it renders in my Gmail inbox with images off. The subject line of this email is free in all caps, so free shipping, exclamation point, hurry, comma, limited time, exclamation point. I want to touch on that subject line briefly as I get this question asked to me a lot. Is it okay to have all caps in the subject line? How about the word free, but exclamation points in this case too? The answer is yes. It used to be the case that those would trigger spam filters, but that is sort of an issue that was, maybe 3-4 years ago and is not really the case as much anymore. I get tons of emails in my inbox with the word free and with all caps with exclamation points. Most ISPs or internet service providers are filtering for the most part based on IP reputation, domain reputation, content, and then how other users are scoring your email, whether or not they're putting in the spam folder. So for the most part, that type of subject line will not be caught in a spam filter. So that's good news for this company, for 3Rivers Archery. As you look at this email, clearly there's an image that is missing here, is my guess, because it's quite a short email and you can't really get a lot of detail with the images off. Although they do have alt text, which I like, and links. So they have tells you exactly what's here. Click now to go to 3riversarchery.com. Click here for targets. 3Rivers on Facebook. So they've tagged things nicely so you can get a decent sense of what this email is about with images off. And then, of course, as always, they do have the option up here to view the email, the online email. The online version. So I'm going to go ahead and enable images here and see if I was correct. Yep, it does look like that is the case. It looks to be that there was one large image there. Not terrible, but if you can avoid the big image, I would certainly suggest it. I've mentioned this in a couple other email reviews. I like that they have a phone number up here. You don't see that often. It would be nice if this phone number was clickable. It looks as I hover over this is all one big image and it all goes to the same link. So if it's possible, and I know it is, just through using different email service providers, I would make this something separate so you can track who's clicking on the phone number, or make that phone number unique, as somebody else suggested in another email review, so you can track which ones are coming from email. So the subject line I mentioned earlier was free shipping, hurry, limited time. As always, I'd suggest testing that because I think that subject line could work, but it may be better if it's you're talking specifically of what you're getting here. So if you look at the main call to action, it's talking about this local shoot information, register your own, free shipping, online orders of more than $99. They may want to put in the subject line of when this offer expires, because here this is an older email I'm reviewing, but it expires on May 15th, so you want to create a sense of urgency in that subject line. So a couple things to consider with that. And again, as I mentioned, this is kind of one big image that's clickable. You may want to think about breaking this up into a couple different images so you can track where people are clicking within the email. They have the option here to forward to a friend, request a catalog. I like that the sale items is in red here because it definitely calls it out and makes me more likely to click on that. May consider putting that up here and on the top. In the pre-header or just below that. Additionally, with this pre-headers, I've mentioned before in other emails, if you're going to have text up here, link this. So if this is a free shipping offer, make it a link that goes to the same landing page or a different landing page so that you can give people the option to click right at the top as opposed to just reading that information. They have a Facebook icon here and a YouTube. I think that's good that they have the social networking icons, but be very clear. Tell me, what is that? Why should I follow you on Facebook? What am I going to get by going to your YouTube channel? Am I going to get something different there than I get in the email? Maybe provide some type of incentive to follow you on Facebook. And then they've got offer details and a lot of stuff here in the footer. I know a lot of this is required by law to have these in, especially when you have any kind of specific conditions. But so sort of is what it is. And finally, don't forget to include the share with your network icons, the ability to take this email and share it with my network. Overall, those are my suggestions. Again, this is DJ Waldow, Director of Community at Blue Sky Factory with today's email review.